6'5", 6 years old. She's definitely my she's going to be the smallest of my 3 true red tails. Now, she food cycles and fasts just like the others. She gets a large rat every 4 weeks from March till August, and then every 3 weeks till November, and then she's off food for 3 months, 3.5 months. But I didn't get her until she was already 4 years old. And she was only 4'8". Now she's 6'5", and she was eating every 2 weeks a medium rat. Since getting her and slowing down her feeding, she's consistently grown about an inch a month, give or take a little bit. So while she'll probably stop around 7 feet and be the smallest of the 3, I can't blame food cycling and fasting on it, because my 2 younger red tails that are food cycled and fasted, at 2 years old, on their two-year birthday, they were 49 inches and 53 or 54 inches. So one of them was about 6 inches smaller than her at 2 years old, as she was when she was 4 years old. And she was fed much, much more, but she's beautiful. She's about 6 pounds or so. And she's currently in the 8 foot by 3 foot by 4 foot enclosure, but she's really shy. She was really skittish when I got her, so she's an active girl, don't get me wrong. If I put her out here, out back, she'll book it across this yard. She's very active. But she hides more than the others. Now, she does come out, but it's usually late at night, and she utilizes all of that enclosure. I mean, there's different spots that she likes more, but she is active. But compared to the other 2, she's not as anywhere near as active. Now, the Guyana is kind of somewhere in between this girl and the younger Suriname. The younger Suriname is extremely active. The younger one, is going to get the 4 foot tall enclosure, and she's going to move into one of the 2 8 by 3 by 2.5 enclosures, because she's going to be smaller and she's a little bit less prone to come out and join the rest of us. So the younger Suriname is going to get that big enclosure, because I think she's going to be out in the open, visible much more, and she's very active. So that'll take place. I'm debating. I might just put the small girl in there now, but she's only big truck coming by. She's only 57 inches now, at just a little bit under 2.5 years old. So I might put her in the 4 foot tall. I mean, they're pretty much the same size cages, except one's a little bit taller. So we'll see what happens, but I should have the other cages set up. I unfortunately had a friend come over to help me out, and I was having some sleeping issues a couple nights before, and I ended up sleeping on my cell phone and missing him showing up. But once I get those cages set up in the next couple weeks, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. And we'll see if this girl is going to stay in the 4 foot tall cage for a little while longer, or if she's going to switch over and put the young girl in. Because I tried out the young girl in there for about a day and a half, and I put this girl in one of the other cages I have, just to see how the young one, how she did. And the young one, I mean, I found her in pretty much every space you can possibly find in that cage. And she sat out and basked in the open for a few hours one day, and then she was over visible at another spot that night. So I think that it'll probably be best. Please ignore this the storm knocked that over. That's going in the trash. But I think it'll just be best to put this girl in the 2 foot tall, 2.5 foot tall cage pretty much as soon as possible, and put the big girl, put the smaller girl in the bigger cage, since she can grow into it and get comfortable and utilize everything. So anyway, guys, for everyone who's donated to the Venmo account for this page, which it is Thicker Constrictor on Venmo, for everyone who's donated, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Obviously, times are tough for everybody, not just myself, but every cent that is donated is going back into the snakes or into the channel. The money I've got so far has gone towards the Herpstat 6 that I just bought for the 3 new PVC cages I got. If you are interested in a sponsorship, I have one sponsorship right now, Habitat and Design Pet Supplies. They are the company that built this girl's cage and the anaconda cage. We set up something where he gave me basically the cages at cost, which I promote him everywhere, and he's gotten a lot of business from my advertising since then. So if you're interested in a sponsorship, hit me up on Instagram. You can find me under Thicker Constrictor, or you can email me at bellanick1988@gmail.com if you are interested in setting up a sponsorship. And for anyone who wants to donate, I prefer to be able to give something back to you with a sponsorship and not just receive a handout. But I do appreciate the donations that have come through so far. Thank you all who have supported me and my animals and my channel. I'm hoping to start a new job here shortly. And in the next couple years, buy a much larger house, which will allow me to have a 16-foot cage built for the anaconda and put all the other girls in hopefully one room. I would like to get all the other cages put into a very large room, and we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for the continued support. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section. And as always, be safe. And I'm going to throw away this trashy-ass umbrella that flew over and broke all over my backyard during the storm. So thank you guys for the support. Have a great night and be safe.